In this Making Changes video tutorial, we'll be going over some fundamental aspects to customizing your Open SDG platform. We'll talk about how to use GitHub, your platform structure, and show you through our configuration forms to make customizations easier. The software we use to run Open SDG platforms is GitHub. New platforms are set up using the existing Open SDG package templates to get you started. GitHub does offer paid services, but everything that Open SDG needs is part of GitHub's free services. GitHub is where your site and data repositories are located. Those who have access to your GitHub repos are able to collaborate and make changes to both of these to make customizations and upload your data and metadata. Additionally, the Open SDG page on GitHub is a great community space where we have a discussions and issue page to raise any bugs or feature requests you might have. A repository simply is a set of files and folders on GitHub. The data repository is where you're going to be uploading and managing your data and metadata, and your site repository is where most other things are going to be managed, such as your customizations, pages, menus, etc. Both repositories are responsible for creating your staging site and data service for you to test your changes before pushing them through to the live site. Your data repository will create a data service that feeds the indicator data to the front-end site that your site repository will create. There are two levels to your GitHub environments. The organization shown in the example here of SDG-Kenya, and inside the organization is where your data and site repositories will be located. Your data repository is where your data and metadata files will be stored and managed. They also contain some configuration files that will be specific for each indicator. Your site repository shown here will be where the customizations and site config files are managed. This will be linked to your data repository inside the workflow files. When making changes to the site, you'll be working on branches inside your repositories in GitHub. Branches are like copies of your repository that you can make changes to without affecting your live site. Once you've created a new branch and want to test out these changes, you will merge them into the develop branch. This will push changes to your staging site, which is your testing environment. Once you've tested these changes on the staging site, you can then push them to your production environment, which is the live site your users will be able to see. This diagram shows a full journey of any changes made to your site from the start to finish. There will be two organizations your Open SDG platform needs. Your day-to-day changes will be done inside your staging organization's site and data repositories, and these will feed into your testing environments on the staging site and data service. Whenever changes are made to the develop branch, it will push these changes to those services. Your live site and production environment, however, will be a separate organization that's set up with your desired URL. This will link to your staging site and data repositories, so any changes on those pushed to the master branch will be reflected on your live site. There is no need to make changes inside these repositories directly. To summarize how all these fit together to make a change to your live site, you will follow these steps. Make a change on a new branch inside your data or site repository. To test, raise a pull request and merge into the develop branch. This will then spin up a new staging site with these changes for you to test. If everything looks good, you can then perform a push to live by creating a new pull request and merging your changes from develop into master. Once merged, this will then be reflected on your live site. To make changes to your site configuration, there's a quick and easy way through our new and improved site configuration forms. These give non-technical users a way to customize their Open SDG platform without having to edit code in GitHub, as well as provide guidance on each section linking up with our Read the Docs guidance. To access our new site configuration forms, you must be on your staging site. Navigate to your footers on the home page and click Configuration. This will take you to the site configuration forms. Here you have access to many different customization options for your Open SDG platform, including languages, front page, and maps. If you're looking for something specific, you can utilize the search bar at the top. For example, if I specifically wanted to update languages, I can type that in and it will take me straight to the section. Additionally, if I'm unsure about what a section customizes or what to enter, we have our Read the Docs guidance built into the configuration forms. Click on More Info for help, and if you require more guidance, you can click through to our entire Read the Docs site. As an example, I will change the country name from UK to England and run through the process for you. So I've used the search feature, typed country, edited the name, and now what I'll need to do is download that configuration by clicking the download configuration button. After that's downloaded, I can click go to repository. This is where we'll be replacing the site_config file with the file that we've just downloaded. From here, we'll want to click add file, upload files. Drag your siteconfig.yaml file that you've downloaded and create a new branch and start a pull request. Allow the pull request to run through the required tests. Once the checks have passed, you can merge the pull request into your develop branch. You can delete the branch you've just created as well. Allow a few minutes for the new staging site to be deployed, and you should see your change reflected there. Now that you've checked your staging site and you're happy with how it looks, you can push this change to your live site. Start a new pull request, and we want to be merging develop into the master branch. Create the pull request and allow the tests to run. Once complete, merge the pull request and wait for your production environment to build. Once this is deployed, your live site should see the changes you made to your staging site. Finally, I'll show you through the indicator config forms, which are separate to the site config forms. This is where you'll go to make changes as to how the data will actually appear on your site. On your staging site, navigate to the indicator you want to configure. Click Edit Indicator and Edit Configuration. This will take you to our new and improved indicator configuration forms. These work just the same as the site configuration forms, so once you've made your changes, click Download and go to repository for uploading, and start a new pull request the same as before. Here, you can replace 1-1-1.yaml with your new configuration and follow the same steps as before. For more information and tutorials, please visit open-sdg.org.